you're going to answer us with a lengthy statement, but just give us a data. What do you mean? Guidelines. What do you mean by community standards? What do you mean by harmful misinformations? Just give us the guidelines for that. Can you do that, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chairman, if I may. Congressman, our community standards are publicly published and available in
Mr. Chair, I'm asking that you give us the data. Not being able to see it on public. We would like to ask you to give us the data.
Anyway,
Give us the guidelines for your community standards.
The ultimate responsibility for the people,
Chairman,
for the content posted, is the people that post
I
it.
think the doctor is evading the answer to my question. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry will say that it's answerable by yes or no.
Mr. Congressman, the ultimate responsibility lies with the user who posts the content.
But what I'm asking is if Meta bears some responsibility. I'm not asking whether you are the primordial entity to be responsible. No, I'm not asking that. My question is whether you bear some responsibility.
Mr. Congressman, if I may, I believe I've answered the question that I think the user bears the responsibility for what they post on our platform.
The first thing I would say is just to reiterate, our community standards are readily available online. Number two, they're iterative. So in our consultations with your government and many others, they're revised with a lot of regularity. A lot of what we do is self-regulation, to be fair. But here in the Philippines, sir, if I may, we not only consulted with, we agreed to lots of legislation that has placed on us turnaround time burdens when it comes to certain types of harmful content, data disclosure burdens, not burdens, but obligations that we've agreed to, and we're beating turnaround times. We are largely compliant with data requests. I would hope, and I wouldn't dare speak for the law enforcement community here, but I would hope that they would agree that we are amongst, if not the most forward-leaning when it comes to protecting our Filipino community of users. And I absolutely think I understand that we're in the middle of an election cycle. Things are heated here at the moment, but that does not distract me or my team from our constant everyday work in battling off-platform harm for our users. And not everything we do is self-regulating. We do a lot to follow local law. And reasonable people like myself in your good office, we're going to have disagreements along the way. I think the point is to keep these dialogues open. So with that, I do want to genuinely thank Congress for allowing us to be here today. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I would just emphasize, Mr. Chairman, we heard a lot of questions today, and very good questions, very fair questions. I hope that the answers we provided in the presentation were educational, informational, and I hope that we demonstrated, as Rob just pointed out, the very strong collaboration we've had with many different parts of the government, different administrations, Congress, on developing regulation and laws, implementing them, living up to our legal obligations here in Philippines, and again, being a platform that is a positive social net good for Philippines, because it helps people build their businesses. It helps the economy grow. It helps people connect to their loved ones for free. It helps people learn about the world and gain new skills. And of course, with the election coming, we're absolutely determined to protect the integrity of the election on our platforms. And I hope that we can have more of these conversations. Congressman, we're very happy to sit down and collaborate on additional regulation if you feel it's necessary. There's a number of different examples of how we've worked with Congress over the years. Most recently, for example, on the Internet Transactions Act. There's also the digital VAT. I mean, these are just two very recent examples of collaborations we've had on law and regulation here in the Philippines with Congress. and with the administration, and absolutely happy to continue that. And I do hope, as Rob said, that our responsiveness to the government and Filipino community's concerns has come out clearly today, and we remain very determined to be a great partner to the people, businesses, and the government of Philippines in the future. And thank you so much for the opportunity, Mr. Chairman, to present this today and to speak to the committee and the people of the Philippines. Now, we have a set of community standards that we do our best to uphold because we want everyone to have a positive experience on our platforms and a safe experience on our platforms. And that's what our community standards are for. That's what our fact-checking programs are for. That's why we take these hearings very seriously. That's